We are back. My phone is going crazy. I guess they know who's in the building.
Uh-oh.
I guess they know who's in the building, man. Keep it a stack with Biz. I got to shout out my boy Splash, you know what I mean, for connecting the dots like always. I don't want to fuck up her name, but Juanialys is in the building. Make some noise. Did I say the name good?
You said it.
Did I do
With the
good?
accent. You even gave it the accent. Okay.
You did. You did say it. You did say it.
No doubt. Who else we got in here, man? There's somebody else in the cut. Somebody that's been working. Somebody that's
very much so.
Somebody that I hit up and I was like, yo, I definitely need you to pull up and.
Nah, I thought your page was hacked. That ass. I was like, this shit is happening.
Yo, stop playing. She was like, yo, is your page? I'm like, yo, bro, stop playing. I need you to pull up and be my co-host. And she was the first one here. Make some noise for my girl one time, y'all. And I ain't gonna mess up her name. That's Jay.
Thank you for having me.
So how you been?
Super honored. I mean, I've been great, and now that I'm here, I'm even greater.
Make some noise for that.
So,
What you drinking over there? Some Bel Air?
some Bel Air.
Okay.
What in there, Juanialys?
Yeah, I got Bel Air, and then I ended up mixing a little wine in there.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, just
You
a
getting
little
mixy?
mix. Just a
You
little
gotta
mix.
give it a little name so that we could always say that, give it the name when we drink it.
So for those that are tuned in and they might not be familiar, where are you from?
I'm from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn
Yes,
in
Brooklyn
the house.
cribbo. You already know what's going on. Yeah. So,
Heard you.
nah. New York, really. New York. I lived, honestly, so many different states too, as well as New York. So I really can't say I'm just from Brooklyn. If I got deep with it, I'm from a lot of places, but where I've always came back to was Brooklyn. So I rep that heavy,
So like growing up, how was that like moving around from place to place? Because I know, anytime you go to a new spot, you gotta like adapt. You know what I mean, with the people, the surrounding, the food spots, the bodegas.
Yeah. Yes.
Like how was that?
It was definitely, obviously, a different experience every time. But I feel like it's made me who I am today. It's helped me to adapt, to change quickly, and to, get with the program on certain other levels that might not have to be moving, specifically.
I'm not gonna lie. When I asked you where you was from and you said Brooklyn, I kind of was like, oh, okay. But like you could have said you was from LA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The video was shot in LA. I was thinking like, this girl came all the way out from, you made me feel like, this girl came all the way out to LA.
Wait. Can we get it clear? Do I look like an LA girl?
I mean.
I think you look versatile.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's not that, let me not offend LA people. There's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just from New York. So we from New York, so I hope I represent that well.
Oh, you definitely do, baby.
But yeah, I mean, LA is cool too. I did the video in LA. I love LA, visiting out there and stuff, but I definitely never lived out there. I would like to someday.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how like what was the like how did you like start making like music on like the level that you're like the videos and things that you're producing? Cause I mean, all the visuals look good, everything looks good, but I like what inspired you to even like start doing music or making music? Cause you could sing for real. Like I was you know how it is. There's so much stuff on the ground. Like, let me see this girl's videos. Then I'm like, oh nah, hold on, she can sing.
I appreciate that so much. Yeah, I started in church. I did not see myself at all being in the music industry until really junior year of high school. So I was about 16, 17. And that was only because I performed at the Apollo Theater. I was doing Instagram videos, like them 15-second clips that, before it was the 1 minute. And I was doing that like through my whole high school. Like I started freshman year. I would do like playing piano and stuff, but I never saw I wanted to go to school for like be a detective and stuff. Like I didn't see myself being
a detective.
Yeah, like I was trying to go to the police academy
for beats and shit.
Yeah, like I was thinking I was either seeing myself as a therapist, psychology. I'm either law enforcement or psychology. Like I wasn't seeing this music stuff. I was a church girl for real. I am a church girl.
Amen.
Right.
Amen.
Yeah. So, and then junior year happened where my videos started getting a little popular. I didn't really understand the social media stuff. Obviously what was going on with that or how powerful it really was. And junior year, I got offered the opportunity to perform at Apollo Theater, and it was going to be on Fox 5 as well. Wow. and Steve Harvey was hosting it. And there was plenty of other artists as well that was like performing at it. So it was like a huge thing for a girl like me. Like I was like, what? Like, this is crazy. So once I did that, that's when I said, oh nah. I was going back to school, like thinking I had a pep in my step. Like I was like, y'all not messing with me. Like I'm about to get signed. Like I didn't know what the game was like either. You know, I'm going with a little less knowledge that I have today too. Like I'm thinking I'm about to get signed next week. Like
it's about to happen.
I'm on the Apollo Theater. It's about to happen. You know, I didn't know this was a journey to, you know, that I had a journey to go. And so, yeah, I mean, junior year I started. That's about 7 years ago now. And the videos and all that, I mean, it's been, like I said, with the journey, like I've grown into who I am today. I've had music videos since 16, 17, since I first started. Technically, the Apollo Theater made me see it a little farther, but honestly, I walked into my first quote-unquote studio sophomore year, and that was at Boys and Girls Club in Massachusetts when I was in high school and stuff. And I was doing theater in high school.
You're dropping. It's so New York.
Yeah.
So New York.
Yeah, like
Apollo Theater, Boys and Girls.
yes, all that stuff. I lived in Massachusetts as well, freshman and sophomore year. So like that was, you know, one of the states I moved to for a little bit before I moved back to that in junior year because I was trying to chase my dreams in New York. Like it's a story
Chasing
and it's a
your
journey. But
chasing your dream in New York that's a whole different thing because like
yeah,
everybody is chasing something in New York.
yeah,
You know what I mean? A lot of people getting, you know, Tim stepped on, and it's not easy. Like coming out of Brooklyn, and you know what I mean. You look like you probably was getting a little hate on. Like you was getting a little hate because you know,
me?
yeah, a couple haters.
Yo, you know what? It was rough. I'm not gonna lie. It was rough, and it is rough sometimes. But when you change your perspective, and also
because if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping.
You ain't hello, exactly.
It is
exactly.
what it is.
You change perspective, and it becomes like you brush it off easier. And I had to learn that growing in the journey, growing in the story, and just as I grow, period. Like a lot of that doesn't really affect me at the end of the day. I got to figure out what pieces I got in front of me and how to make them, you know, work
That's
together.
dope.
So, yeah.
That's dope. Make some noise for that, man. Good job. So
I feel like when we spoke years ago,
Yes.
right? Seeing you now.
I'm sorry. Was that years ago? Or like
That was
1 year?
2020.
Really?
That was
Oh my
2020.
God, time is not real.
Literally,
y'all.
2020 we spoke.
Wow. Okay.
And was one thing I loved about you, you have yet to box yourself in. And that was one of your fears when we spoke.
Yes.
Your music, just like I said, your look is very versatile, but your music is very versatile. You came through today, you showed us that video. And I want you to talk about the importance of not boxing yourself in, that importance of that fear you had coming into the game and saying, I want to sound different. I don't want to box myself in. I don't, what was that? Why? Why that fear?
So yes, I'm glad you asked. This is a really good question, and it just makes me reflect. Like, excuse me, going into this industry, obviously, like I said, like being a quote unquote a church girl and stuff. Like R&B soul is, you know, close to that church girl, right? Church choir feel. R&B soul is what I resonate with, but people was, you know, off rip seeing me and imagining their own dreams and sounds for me, like what I should sound like and what I should look like. And as soon as I touched the industry just a little bit or like got to know this business a little bit, I was getting pulled, you know, off of just who I was and just like what they believed for me. And that fear came from that, like, you know, from these other people, like wanting to put labels and wanting to put me in a box. And I just kept putting my boundary and foot down. Like,
what labels were they like? Like what boxes were they trying to like put you in? Like,
oh, you should do R&B, or you could do a more pop stuff. You know, like your music sounds a lot pop, and at that time probably it did, but I felt like I'm in that space right now. Like, let me touch upon I'm about to touch the R&B in a little bit, and I'm about to touch I'm Puerto Rican and I speak Spanish. They like, oh, you need to do Spanish and you need to touch. I said, give me a second. I was born in Puerto Rico, but I was raised in Brooklyn. Let me finesse my Brooklyn real quick because I'm gonna run back to the Spanish.
That.
You know, I speak Spanish fluently, but that's not. I'm gonna talk English off rip. You feel me?
That's right.
But if my Spanish member come in, I'm gonna talk to them in Spanish, whatever. Yes, kudos, but not trying to jack my I'm not trying to push it to the side, but I'm staying true to myself.
That's right.
And like I'm gonna speak Spanish I'm gonna speak English before I speak Spanish. So I wanted to solidify that sound and, you know, really be confident in that before I touch the Spanish. Because y'all know how the business is. I'm talking to business people. If you're not in the outside, you're not really going to understand, no offense. But, like, business people, y'all know, if I would have probably touched in the Spanish thing and I would have blown, I would have been stuck in that lane. Lane.
That's right.
That's a fact.
I would have been stuck in that lane. And I would have been unhappy. And no matter how Puerto Rican I am. I'm Puerto Rican as shit. I was born in Puerto Rico. Like, born. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't, that's not who I am. That's my like the stuff I've been through and where I was raised and all the states I moved to. I'm not just a Puerto Rican girl. And that's just that.
I love that.
I love that too. I can't wait to go to Puerto Rico. When we going?
I love Puerto Rico. We outside.
Born in Puerto
Rico.
Last book the
Puerto Rico.
I was born in San Juan, but all my family's from Rio Grande, and I went to school in Rio Grande for like a year and a half ish.
Wow.
So like yeah, and I'm back and forth. My dad is Puerto Rican to the T, like. And all his family's out there. My mom has some family out there, but my dad is Puerto Rican to T, and I used to visit him back and forth. So I know Puerto Rico from the back of my hand. My family, I could drive around that whole island in one day. You know.
So now I gotta ask. All right, so we're not gonna box ourselves in, right?
Yes.
But how important is culture to you? Because being true to yourself is important, right? So talk to me a little bit about culture.
Yes. Culture about Puerto Rico.
No, just culture in general. How important is it to you to not lose that culture?
It's important. It's not important. It's important, period. Because you know what? It's where I come from, and it's my influence. It's gonna, you know, I naturally am influenced no matter what. If a person who doesn't want to embrace their culture or embrace culture, period, is lost in the souls. Because no matter what you do in life, period, you're influenced by culture around you, by your friends, by your own culture, by your culture, which it don't matter, you know, it's
where you grew up.
This world is influenced by the culture of the people, like you know what I'm saying. So it's like, yeah, it's very important.
I love it.
I love it too, man. What y'all drinking? Y'all over
I
there?
mean,
where we at?
I almost need a refill. Where's it coming from? What side we?
Mine is it's I'm chilling.
So what was it like shooting this video? Talk to us about the song.
This video was amazing. All right, so beaches.
Yes.
I just dropped this song January.
This year, top of the top.
This year, top of the top. We came smoking and ready, vote loaded. I did this video in LA. I was at a songwriting camp doing songs and working with different people in LA for my album that's coming out in the end of the year. I'm super excited about.
Okay.
It's my first project. I worked really hard to get here, so it's like a very big win for me. And
out of like the
rejoicing.
people that, not to cut you off, but like
good.
out of the people that you've been working with, like in the industry and things like that, like who would you want to work with if you could, like in your lane, you know?
So,
like who's your vibe? Like who would you want to work
like
with?
artist wise or like
artists and producers?
Okay, artists. I mean, I love all the R&B girls. I know this. This sounds super cliche, but I love all the R&B girls. Like, you know, the Herm, Alicia Keys, Summer, Doja Cat, all of them girls. Chloe, they're all so amazing. I think. But a few years ago, we probably would have been like, quote unquote, R&B has died. But I don't feel like. I feel like R&B is rising. It's coming back. Whatever you want to call it. R&B is here. It's coming back. We're waking up. You know, people are putting their foot down. Boundaries. The industry will try to box you in. Period. So sometimes these artists that try, quote unquote, saying like, oh, they fall back, whatever. It's circumstances y'all really don't even be understanding what's be going on behind, you know, closed doors. But whatever it is, not to get all preachy, you know, like. R&B's here. It has not been lost. There's so much talent out in the world. I said that world like we're not in it. In this world, right?
Nah,
there's
we on
so
another.
Much talent. We on another frequency.
We on Keep It a Stack with Biz. This is
you
a
feel
different
me?
universe.
It's a different universe.
We with the biggest blogger in the world. We outside.
Outside.
So out of like the artists that you named, like which one of them, like, or did all of them like inspire you to like pursue a music like career and things like that?
I honestly could say, just like the culture, you get that from everybody. I feel like through the music industry, it's kind of the same thing for me. Through different seasons of my life, I gravitated to different artists and different people that I felt like, ooh, let me learn from, let me build my own home and whatever I'm trying to do, right? Through these people that I'm watching. But if you was to ask me one person that I'm like, ooh, you know, this is like a blueprint of someone I just love, I'm gonna just drop the name Rihanna.
Rihanna.
Okay.
I just love her. She's a mogul. She's a mogul.
that's a fact.
I love her. People think she's been super quiet lately. That's what I'm actually a great person. I would be like, you don't know the circumstances. She just had a baby. She, you know,
Right.
who knows? She gave us so much energy for a couple years. She just want to fall back. Like give
She
give
got
my girl
enough
some
going
time.
on.
I'm pretty.
Give my girl some
She
time.
gonna perform at Super Bowl, right?
And she about to perform at Super. Everything in his time. Everything in his season. Don't forget that.
She about to perform at Super Bowl.
But I love her so much. I think that she's built such a dope world, at least for us to see on the outside. I don't know what's going on. That's not our business, right? But I love her life. For what I'm watching, she's doing an amazing things, and she has so much businesses and
Shout out to Riri.
music. Shout out to Riri. That's really a blueprint. That's a blueprint, and I pray that I meet one day a mogul like her, because she's
Put that into the
beautiful,
air.
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Nah,
beautiful.
that's what's up.
You will.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
will.
Yeah. Thank y'all. When 2 or 3 or more are gathered.
Shout out to ASAP. You know what I mean? Shout out to ASAP Rocky.
Yeah, shout out to ASAP Rocky. He's dope too. He's really dope too. Yeah.
Nah, for sure.
That's a dope couple.
So what? So you working on a project that's gonna come out at the end of the year? And what's the name of the single that you got out now? You said Beaches.
Beaches. Yes. I got a lot coming. I'm really excited. Stay tuned for May. I would just say drop that little hint. Stay tuned for May. I got a big feature coming out. That I really feel like May is gonna be a big month for me. It's also Mental Health Month, which is a month I do not take lightly. I'm very big on mental health.
Very important.
Yeah.
Very important. You never know what anybody's going through. So it's like I always tell people, it's good to just check on your peoples. You know what I mean? Because, you know, just having a conversation with somebody might, you know what I mean, give them like that feeling that somebody actually cares. You know what I mean? I'm big on that
Yeah.
too.
Or
you
even
know?
a phone call.
Yeah, anything.
Saying,
Yup.
yo, what up?
Anything, yeah.
It's like, oh, somebody checked in today.
Yeah. So I'm planning like a couple things, and I have a mental health organization called Scars Only that is launching stuff. But I'm hoping that this year, not hoping, but will, this year May, you know, with the song and with an episode and things that I want to launch, that it will, you know, it will do what it got to do this year. And I'm really excited.
And you said a writer's camp? You out in Cali to...
Yes, I was in a writer's camp for my album that is dropping.
So how serious you take your writing?
How serious I'm taking writing? I'm taking this very serious. It's something that I enjoy doing. It's not the one thing I wouldn't label myself as a writer, because I'm so much more. Like I literally could do so much. But I love writing. The camp I was surrounded by many other writers and artists that I was able to learn from and to take gems from that make me better. And that's all I've been trying to do.
How long was like that camp, and like how, for anybody that's watching, like how were you involved into even getting into that camp, you know?
Yeah. So that camp was specifically made literally for me. I've been in camps where I went to it that was already like created and formatted. They had like a schedule, and they had people that they were bringing specifically. And I've been a part of those, and those are great. Like if you find those in your town, in your city or whatever, definitely get involved, because you can always learn from other people. And if you're trying to grow in the field that you're, you know, in, then it's just obviously great. But that camp in LA was because I have basically somebody in my team that knows a couple people in LA. He knows what we're trying to do in the back end, and it's mostly to do this big project. So we felt like LA was just the city to go to, even though a lot of us are from New York. We felt like LA we had a lot of resources that we just needed for that week.
Yeah.
And then when we was in LA, we just decided to do the Beaches music video, because we knew that was coming out soon. And it was like, why not? Like LA obviously looks beautiful. Like it's Hollywood, made sense. And it worked out beautifully.
So let me ask you this, right? So, you know, being in the industry now and, you know, getting popping on social media and everything like that, like, how do you stay away from like distractions? Because I'm pretty sure like there's a few, you know, blue checks in the DMs.
Yeah.
And, you know, yo, I want to fly you out here. I want to do this. I want to do that. Like, you know, like, how do you be like, all right, look, I'm working on my album. You know what I mean? You got to give, like, how do you balance that, like, work and play?
Excuse me. Funny, I don't mean to sound like this type of person, but funny thing is, people probably see my Instagram and think I get more DMs than I do. I actually don't get like crazy DMs. Thank God. Let's pray. Let's pray that I don't.
They about to come in.
Right?
I feel like
whoa, wait. Maybe I should have said that.
I feel like I feel like the floodgates is open.
Right? I'm like, damn, I just opened the door. Did I just do that? But the distractions though, to answer that, like the distractions, anything other, I really block all that. Like I love we in biz world, like you said, like I do that daily. Like I'm in Juani world, I'm in God, whatever God has for me in this day, I'm tunnel vision, because I realize as soon as I get out of that alignment, I'm human, and y'all already know what it is to be human. You're going to fall. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to continue failing, or you don't win just being human. We can't do it alone. That's how, at least personally, like that's how I feel. So now learning that and knowing that, every day I'm striving to just stay tunnel vision and to just stay in my own world. I'm still fall, granted, but like I'm way stronger when I'm in alignment. I'm way focused when I'm in alignment. So like I could bounce back quicker when I'm in alignment. Like, so I just stay in that.
Stay focused. I don't even
care what's going around me for real. Like,
Stay focused.
I be turned.
Out of like all the spots that you visited and lived in and traveled, like what's your favorite city, and like where would you like to like when you drop your single, when you drop the project, like where's the release party gonna be? Like what's the vibe? We doing Miami, we doing Puerto Rico, we doing it like where we at?
Shoot. That's a good question, Biz. That's a real good question.
Because me and Splash, we putting this thing together. So
I hear you. I like that.
We on the yacht. We gonna do it on the yacht.
And Biz is always outside, so he need to know.
I like that.
No, Bel-Air's already saying like they down to supply the the bottles.
I'm not gonna lie though, because y'all know how we do as family. Y'all know we get around, or y'all get around, but y'all know. Y'all gonna hook ass and stuff, right? But let's try to do a couple cities. Like, what's up with that? Let's think big.
We do like a 5-city tour.
Yeah, let's think big. What's up?
All right.
Because we love New York. We love Miami. Like, I can't even pick one right now.
We do New York. We do Miami. We do
Little
LA.
Tour. Texas. What's up?
Texas. All right.
Texas is fire. The party scene in Texas is it?
I've never been.
One.
I've never been.
So Fashion Week is coming up. Are you gonna be outside for Fashion Week? Like,
Let me
vibes.
I'm so excited for Fashion Week this year because honestly, I love fashion. I love modeling, and the last 2 years, obviously with COVID and all that stuff, like it was like last year I went to like probably a show or two, but it was not the same. And I probably wasn't popping enough last year for y'all, whatever. But I just didn't have a good 2-3 years, like. My last 2-3 years in Fashion Week just been quiet. Like then the year before COVID, it was so fun. So I got to like experience the buzz, and then it like I was expecting the next few years to be fun. But anyways, all that to say, like I'm so excited for this year because I got some shows lined up. So I get to go to some shows. A couple, like my weeks are honestly booked, like 2, 3, 4, 5 shows a day. That I could choose from. So I'm blessed. I feel grateful, and I can't wait to see these shows. I have possibly some walk-ins that they're confirming and stuff. So if I get to walk a show, cool. But yeah, I'm happy to just put a fit on and be out, sitting in the I'm cool with that. I'm just happy to be there. So yeah, it's Fashion Week is lit 2023.
What's your zodiac?
Sagittarius.
Oh wow.
How about y'all?
Cancer.
Yeah, my brother's a Cancer. I love y'all. So sweet.
I'm twins with you. I'm a Sag.
Oh, Sag. Ooh, Sag.
What kind of Sag are you though?
I feel like you're November for asking that.
I'm at the end. I'm on the.
I just knew it. Because for asking that, it's like I just know you. No offense. I love y'all regardless.
Never.
You know what it is. I gotta say that nowadays because you know what. People be so offensive these days, and I be trying to not be like I'm always careful of people's feelings. So
yeah, it's choking because there was nothing in it.
Over here hitting stuff. Man.
Cancers is good people. My mom's.
My brothers. I love y'all. Y'all so sweet. So
we're
sweet.
Hard on our sleeves though.
Yes, y'all do. But
yeah, they tough, and then like they get when they get.
Strong, people try to say they're emotional, but I don't care. I see it through my brother Alias, and I'm not like again huge on these signs thing, but. It's a lot of reality to it too, and y'all wear your hearts on your sleeve, but they're strong.
Nah,
their emotions are really strong. Like
They're passionate.
Yeah, passionate
Yes, that's it.
and they're loyal. Yeah,
That's a good
I love
one.
my brother. So I got my brother Thaddeus, so I'll be here
Oh,
talking
word.
all day about a
Out to
cancer
your
just
bro.
because.
That's
But
what's
yeah,
up.
nah, real shit.
So, like when it comes down to support, right? And when you're first starting out, like, you might not be getting the support from family and friends and stuff like that. Like, how do you overcome that? Because that's, for a lot of people, I know, like, a lot of people that I know personally, like, they just, once their peoples ain't supporting it, they'll even be like, yo, I ain't doing this no more. Nobody supporting me. And I'm like, I always
literally
tell them,
make or
like, bro,
break.
ain't nobody...
Yeah.
Bro, nobody comes through until the bottles come out. Really,
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
real.
Like it's
That's
quiet until that. Then
Real.
then everybody want to pull up. So, like in your experiences and like from where you started
Yeah.
to now, like what made you like? Was it your brother? Who
Mm-hmm.
was it that was like always supportive, or like just you could go to that friend or that person
Mm-hmm.
that'll always you'll find motivation to keep going.
Yeah. My motivation person, the person I knew was pushing me regardless. I couldn't even if I wanted to just say put my gloves down, like I knew I couldn't because it was my mother. Like she's my momager.
Shout out to mama.
Yeah. Shout out to my mom. And you know what? I don't take that for granted or lightly because there's so many people in this game too who parents did not support them. And I can't even imagine if my mom ain't support me. Like, I don't
tough.
know.
That's tough.
I can't even imagine that. And the people who still in this game or still pushing or whatever and don't have that, like, claps to you because that is hard, especially being under a roof, just a roof, like growing up and not having that first support. Like, my heart hurts for you and I've never experienced that, thank God. But I see the strength in you and I pray that you continue going because that's difficult. But the support, how I like kept going off of like not receiving that initial, family support and friends and stuff was really just like in the beginning, I'm not gonna hold you, I took it offensive. Like as a younger,
it is,
like
when you got a
as a
show
youth, I
and you
was
looking
very
down to the
offended.
crowd and you don't see your peoples that been hitting you up like all week for
The
the
ones that
Addy.
want to be in your house all
It
the
could be
time,
like-
but they're not.
Yeah, it could be like a big ass crowd, but just you looking for the ones that's in your
Yeah.
group chat, like,
Yep.
fuck these
was
niggas.
like it hurts. It really hurts. It hurt me a lot throughout the years. I was just talking to PJ the other day about this is not a show, but this is about a birthday. Like it was my 10th year old birthday. 10 is a big year, quote unquote. And like thankfully my parents, we weren't rich enough, but they made ends meet for special moments for me and were able to give me moments in my life. And my 10-year-old birthday, my mother did like this big party. She rented a hotel thing. It was like 2-3 floors. Like, as a kid, you're like,
Mama did it
yeah,
big.
mama did it big. I'm turning double digits. And she expected my kids from school to come because I had invitations to give out and everything. And prior to us getting picked up to then go to the hotel that night for the sleepover because the party was the next day, we were supposed to drop off and I was supposed to meet some friends at a roller skating rink that was, popping every Fridays for the kids or whatever. I'm like in 4th and 5th grade. Like this is young, like not like, but we roller skating, we waited to get picked up, whatever. I'm waiting for my friends. Fast forward and nobody showed up. All that to say, nobody showed up. Like, and I'm not even talking about shows yet. This is just me as a 10-year-old kid, like
having that feeling. And
then it's like now I'm going into a game where it's like that's you have to have that season in your life. It's almost like
it's a part of it.
Like you have to go through that to even see the fruit of your labor. So it's like that shit was hard because I've had that shit growing up. I had people not showing up for me since I was young. So it was like to now receive that in another field, to receive that in where something I see myself doing for the rest of my life. I could cry, talk about it. I'm swallowing dirt right now, talk about it. It's something that kills your ego, kills your pride, but you need that for character development. It's like I learned from it and I kept pushing. And I'm still pushing it because I haven't made it. And even when I quote unquote do make it, like there's always new levels to reach. So it's like, okay,
And feeling accomplished over the fact that strangers are the ones really tapping in.
Right? And that feels good too. Like to know that, you know what? God always, I always give the glory to him. God always sent people in the seasons where I needed a reminder to keep going.
That's right.
I always had like, I always had people, I always had certain situations, certain opportunities that just came at the right time. It was just like unexplainable. It was like I could not believe in God. Like it was just like nobody else is here for me. Nobody else is making the moves. The puzzle pieces ain't coming from, you know. Yep. I could say confidently they looked like they was coming from heaven itself. Like I didn't have no resources. Like I was just either going outside, you know, going to events, figuring it out. It was word of mouth, you know. It had never nothing to do really with like certain things. Like, but yeah, all that to say.
Salute to you. And, you know,
Seriously.
I already see like where you're going in your career and your focus and like, you know what I'm saying, you know, we supporting you over here on this side, you know what I'm saying?
Thank
like
you.
You knew Jay for like 3 years.
Yes.
I was kind of hating on that when y'all walked in. Y'all was like, I'm like, oh, y'all know each other?
I know, that was such a
you know when you try to introduce somebody like, yo, they over here having a whole
like,
conversation. I'm like,
so how you been?
I'm over here drinking by myself. Like, all right.
I actually flipped her around. I was like, so Biz, this is
right.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, but you know.
I love that though. This industry is really small. That slogan, don't go unnoticed, because it's true.
Nah, that's
not unnoticed. Don't go
it's,
under. Yeah.
So, you know, just let the people know how they could find you, how they could reach you, how they could get the music, how they could get the drip, because you got a lot of style. You know
Thank
what I mean?
you.
You got
Thank
a lot
you,
of
thank
style.
you.
I didn't even know where she was from. I had to like.
Yo, he really didn't know where she was from. That's all he keeps saying. Like he was like, "You sure you from Brooklyn?"
I love that though. That's good, because like I said, I don't want to be put in a box. So I'm from everywhere. I live everywhere. I be outside. Like, okay.
Everywhere.
Nah. But yes, my name is Juanialys.
Juanialys.
Yes, but you guys could call me Juani. And you can find me on all social media platforms: Google, YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify, whatever.
What's your favorite one? You be on Twitter? You be tweeting?
I be on Instagram and Twitter. Those are my top two for real. That's the two. Yeah, you can find me on. I be tweeting. I have my seasons on Twitter. Like I'll have my seasons where I'm tweeting and then I'm real quiet. And then
this is how you know you blow up, right? I'm gonna tell you. So once you like your shit start going crazy, people gonna find some old tweets. Just be careful.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
no.
They gonna find some,
that's the homework.
They gonna find once you get crazy. They gonna be like, let me see what she was tweeting 10 years ago.
Feel me? Nah, you can't have that.
I appreciate you for pulling up.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to, more music, more vibes. I feel like, you're like, again, with the fashion and everything, like, I already, like, you about to blow up. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Like, I see it.
I'm crying. Thank you. I appreciate that, Biz.
Make
No
some
funny
noise
shit.
for Juanialys.
And Biz,
From
make some
Brooklyn.
noise for Biz. Oh. Big New York in the building. We was in